Brandon, the Alliance Tech. So today we're actually working in a freezer. I've had an issue with the facility for a long time, and couldn't really pinpoint it. We started in the winter time. We started high leveling some vessels, like weird stuff going on, and this system has a shared defrost condensate line. This is where I found the problem. It just shares the defrost condensate line goes from the medium temp coils, low temp coils. They share the same exact defrost condensate line. So when the coil goes through defrost, that condensate defrost liquid, it doesn't go back to the suction. It goes back to a line, a line that goes all the way back to the intercooler on the system. There's one regulator for all these coils in the plant. So you have to strategically place your coils in defrost so you're not defrosting more than one coil at a time in the facility. I guess when they built this back in the day, that's how they got, rid of most of the valve costs, I guess, and the extra piping they had to do. But anyway, so the medium temp, every time the medium temp was calling for liquid, it would fill up the low temp. So there's these check valves on the defrost condensate line out of every coil that allows liquid out of the coil for defrost condensate, but not back in. The regulator is set at 75 psi. So when so what happens is that when one of those check valves fails, the pump recirculated liquid on the medium temp will continuously fill the low temp, because now we're at a suction of 3 to 5 inches of vacuum running on that side, and we got pump recirculated liquid feeding that line that's higher than the pump liquid on the low temp. So that line, that condensate defrost line follows the low temp suction pressure, which allows the medium temp liquid to fill the low temp through that one coil. So last week we were working on the system, and we found we're up there starting to replace check valves because we knew there was a check valve leaking by, and it's so loud in the freezer you can't really hear all the fans running, you can't really hear anything. But as soon as the system shut down the energy management, I heard a noise coming from a coil, and we went over to that coil, and sure enough, we found that that check valve on that coil was leaking by. So we went ahead and isolated it, stopped the flow. The levels have been spot on ever since we closed that valve, and now today we're going to go in there and replace that check valve. So stay tuned, and I'll see you in the freezer. Hey guys, we're in the freezer right now. So what we're doing, just making sure it's all ready to go. It's all pumped down. It's out on 0 psi right now. So we're just closing the valve, closing the coil. Everything's de-iced, no ice on the coil, so we're good to go. We're gonna isolate this and open it up. Seabass gonna put his mask on just in case. This will be right there, and we're gonna go ahead and get that thing opened up, and I'll show you the check valve when he pulls it out. Stay tuned. Alright, so we went ahead and we isolated the area. There it is. Here we got it isolated here. We got it isolated here. So this is the check valve we're ready to replace right now. And it's just a 1-inch CK4 valve here. The plant showed HSCK4 on there. So HCK4-4. So it's about 1 inch. We're going to go ahead and pull the tag off here and pull the check valve out. So you guys keep his mask on just in case. Stay tuned. I gotta keep putting you in my pocket because the freezer will shut the camera off, so I can't leave you out for very long. Stay tuned. See, that's pretty much ready to go. Get his mask on. Start opening that flange up, and we already checked with a torch. It's got hot, so there's no liquid in there, and our suction right now is at 0 psi. It's actually a little vacuum, so we'll open that up right now. correctly. There's actually broken debris in there. There's like an O-ring or something that's stuck inside there. That's what was causing our problem. So we'll look at this in the van. We're gonna go ahead and clean this flange up, get the new check valve in, and I'll see you guys out in the van. Guys, so we found here, I don't know if you hear me, but there's stuff in this valve. There's pieces of something in here. They're trying to see what it is, what kind of material it is. It's like some type of neoprene, like on a valve, like the seat of valve. So and it got stuck in this check valve. It was causing our issues because everything goes out the defrost condensate, oil, the return, all that stuff might get in there. Comes out the bottom of the coil, which is this is the bottom of the coil, and this is prevent. So let's open this thing up here. You can kind of see it in there. I'm not sure if you guys see that it's open. So it's kind of stuck in there. It's a pretty big piece. So I'm gonna knock this thing open right here. Grab up here a little bit and put a rag below it so it catches everything. Oops, didn't catch everything. Okay, so this is what it is, guys. This is actually a seat to a valve, a hand valve. So the only hand valve that thing could be leaking from. We just replaced all the valves on the liquid side of this thing. Is yeah, that's not too many valves. It could be the hot gas valve valve seat on here. That's about that size. This is probably, it's about a quarter of that, a little over a quarter of that. That's inch and a quarter. Yeah, about an inch and a quarter valve. And all the hot gas valves are inch and a quarter. So I got a valve that doesn't have a seat in it, and then I'm gonna have to find. So we replaced all the valves on the liquid side of this thing recently. So there's definitely gonna be a valve that's on the hot gas side that's probably causing our issue here, because the liquid valve held. So we closed the liquid valve, it held, it wasn't leaking by. So we know it's not that one. Yeah, it's a mystery. So we'll have to, all these coils are going to be being replaced here soon. Some new coils are super old coils, but HCK 4-4. This is, yeah, 1 inch. Here's the piston. Yeah. It has a big gouge in here from. That's just the trouble of having these things on their sides, is that it's gonna start wearing through the valve. You see where it starts digging in the valve right here, right there, and right here. So most likely it was riding just like this. Yeah, more towards probably this side because there's a bigger gouge here than this one here. You can kind of see the damage that's done to that there. Not too much to the piston though. But yeah, this is from a valve. Most likely it's going to be 1.25 inch valve. Valve C. I'll get one. We have one at the office. I'll compare it with that one to see what it is. And it's black material. So I'll check Parker, because I know I have a Parker valve on the hot gas side, and I also have these old Hubble style valves that are on there, and most likely it's coming from the Hubble valve. So I'll verify that, and that's it. Thank you for tuning in, you guys. I'll see you on the next one.